Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ask Aussizz live session. My name is Prabhjot Sahni. I'm a registered migration agent at Aussizz Cranbourne branch in Melbourne, one of the Melbourne southeastern suburbs. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Aussizz live session. My name is Prabhjot Sahni. I'm a registered migration agent from Aussizz Cranbourne branch. Is located in Melbourne's southeast. So yeah, massive week, isn't it? Uh, the department has sent panic waves in everyone with the announcements for the reform policy on Monday, 11th of December. So yeah, so visa hopping for the students or for the as they say temporarily permanent uh, applicants or who trying to stay here permanently on temporary visa holders, they want to stop that and making a few changes to the visa, especially the 485. So they may bring down the age from 50 to 35, because as they say, the PR skilled migration age for the expression of interest is 45. So it's not in it's conflicting. So either they take that up from 45 to maybe 50 or 60, or they're saying what they announced on Monday is they'll bring the 485 visa cutoff age from 50 to 35. And again, from 485 to student visa, so they may restrict the applicants who are on 485, and so they won't be able to uh, apply for the student visa. So only time will tell. So these changes most likely will happen sometime mid next year. That's what the government approach document is saying. And with the student visas, they may increase the English requirement as well. The current one is overall 5.5, so they may take it to 6. And for the 485, the current requirement is overall 6, and they may take it to 6.5. So these are the major changes. Even with the work visas, they may bring in new visa streams. So they're saying there'll be 3 streams: essential skills, for people who are in K skills for earning less than 70k, and the core skill pathway, where the income bracket is 70k to 135k, and the specialized skills stream for the work visa. So only time will tell. So these changes most likely will come, or they become the law sometime late next year. So yeah, and the changing the requirement for the GT for the student visas to the GST, so genuine student test. So sometime next year. So yes, so they just announced the reform policy, and so only time will tell, and we'll get to know next year. And they're saying they'll change the skilled migration point system as well. They'll be overhauling the point system, so they may give more points, so that the maximum points you can get for your experience is at the moment is 20. So they may give more points if someone's got more experience, and they may take off the nutty thing, and they may increase the age for the skilled migration as well. So we'll only get to we have to wait to see what they bring in for us. So but no need to panic. So yeah, if you need any of you need any help with the 485, or for your PR pathway, or with the skill assessment, so you can always more than welcome to call any of our branches. So yeah, I've got first question. From Viranga, if new point system comes up before I get a reply from my ROI, should I resubmit another ROI according to the new point system? So ROI, I believe Viranga, you applied for Victoria. So Victoria currently only allows you to apply for either 190 or 491. You have to choose one. So for 491, you must be living and working in regional. For 190, anywhere in Victoria, and like if you're not working at level 1, 2, 3, you can still claim zero earnings. So if they don't select you and they overhaul the point system, so obviously we have to make changes with your EOI, and as per the Victoria, they said they may close the thing for this financial year in January. So they may bring in new ROI system. So we have to wait what they ask, the application process. So currently you don't have to do anything now. So any changes come happen with the new point system. So as the new changes come in, so will or you have to do your EOI and ROI upgrade, or you have to update the EOI and ROI accordingly. So still you have to wait. So as of now, you don't have to touch anything. You just wait for them to select you. If they select you, great. You do the next stage, which is the nomination application, and they take 14 days, and then you get the final visa and you apply for the visa. So wish you all the best. But as of now, you don't have to do anything. So we'll have to wait for the new point system. So yeah, this lot of speculation happening among everyone, so including the migration agents, or the migration staff, plus of course the applicants who are currently holding some sort of temporary visa. So but we have to wait for the department to implement the law, or and then we follow that procedure. But as just the reform policy which everyone can find under migration strategy on the Home Affairs website. So it's got all the details, that 99 page, and it shows action plan as well, what they're going to take. And so it tells everything. So what are the new rules in reference to 485 visas? So yeah, Brain is asking this question. So with the new 485, so what is happening? So they may scrap off that 485 extension for the eligible qualifications. So usually they don't work in a retrospective way. So if someone's already applied, they usually tell from this date, the as of now, for eligible qualification, masters getting 5 years, and without eligible you're getting 3 years for masters. For bachelor's is eligible is 4 years eligible qualification, and the other normal bachelor is 2 years. But they may take that thing off. They're saying it's just letting the applicants stay here for very long time. They want to kill that temporarily permanent stay. So that's why they're saying they may take off that 485 extension, and they bring everything back to normal. For trade qualification or wet sector, the 485 is already reduced to 1.5 years or 18 months. For bachelor and masters by coursework is 2 years, and for masters by research and PhD will be 3 years. But we'll have to wait, and and with the other thing, 485, as I earlier said, they can cut down the age from 50 to 35. And another thing is they can increase the English requirement, which is currently overall 6, nothing less than 5. If we talk PT is overall 15, nothing less than 36. So they may take half a band more for the overall band score for the 485. But we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. We're in when the new law comes, because currently it's just the reform which is announced by the minister, the immigration minister. But we'll have to wait for the new law, and then we get to know. But these are the proposed changes. So Navroop is asking, any chance for 491 for general accounting in Western Australia? Graduated from Queensland, residing in Australia for Western Australia. Look, Western Australia, they do invitation round every month. They got 3 streams. So graduate stream, schedule 1 and schedule 2. So okay, very hard to speculate. If you'll get picked, because with the graduate stream, great chances, because you've given something to the Western Australian economy. But if you're living, of course, there is a schedule 1 and schedule 2 as well. So you have to wait and stay in line, and hopefully you get the invite. But the priority sector is for Western Australia is the civil sector or the construction sector, because the high shortage of the houses, and this is what the priority, and they're giving incentives as well for those applicants who belong to that category of construction. So next, moving on to the next question, Hamid Khalil. 190 processing times gone up. Department asked me to provide my voice medical and polio certificate, which I provided 2 weeks ago. Will the processing time affect my application? So look, 190, those are just the general guidelines which we see on the Department of Home Affairs website. So those are the average processing time. So some applications get processed faster than that, and some take more longer than what the advertised processing time is. So as long as you provided all the document when they request under section 56, so should be all good. If you take more time than 28 days, you sometimes the application can get into the cold bag. They put it aside and move on to the next application. But if you provide all the documents, the required information within time frame which they have asked for, so should be good. And if they only ask for the medical and the polio, that means they're happy with the other documents, and once you provided them, which you already provided 2 weeks ago, so should be all good. So it can be granted anytime. So yeah, hope for the best. So I'm just moving on to the next question. I'm 33 years old and come to study master. After master, I'll be 35. Can I get temporary graduate visa or need to return? Look, Subhash, good evening. So yeah, look, only time will tell. That's the proposed change. They're saying so as of now, anyone, if we talk about the current law, anyone who completes 2 year study, Australian study requirement, which means 92 weeks of a registered course, and must be completed at least you must have taken 16 months, and along with the other requirements. So you give them the adequate insurance plus the English requirement, of course, your Australian National Police check, and all good. Because the current cut-off age is 50, but they're saying by mid 24, that's the government approach or the government's action plan. If that's changed, then obviously if you cross 35 and they put the age limit for the TGV as temporary graduate visa as 35, then of course you won't be able to, unfortunately. But you don't lose hope. We have to wait, because we can't speculate the thing until the actual law comes. So we have to wait till they actually implement in the parliament the actual law. So we have to wait. So Grima is asking, are we expecting 189, 190 round before Christmas? So 190 is with the states. So we're not sure which state you're asking. If you say Victoria, they did one on 29th of November, the last one. They may do another one before they go off for Christmas break. So hopefully they make every one of us happy. But God knows. So with the 189 as the reliable body, MIA, Migration Institute of Australia, they work in very close with the department. So they expect, or they given a strong hint, they can be a small 189 invitation out there. So 189 is from the Department of Home Affairs itself. So that's the federal government invite. So we all hoping like you are, and we hope that they do they do conduct a round for 189, because the last round happened a long time back, 25th of May. So it's been almost 6 months, or 10 days less than 6 months. So let's hope for the best. Hopefully they do one before we go for we all go for a break. So Amanpreet Kaur, any chance of 119 New South Wales, and what are the chances for microbiologist PR for 189 and 190? Look, last time for 189 microbiologists, because it's related to health, so we had an invitation around 85 points for 189. So 189 is skilled independent, so we just counting your own points. So if you're sitting at 85, you consider yourself you have a good chance. So with 119 New South Wales, look, we just have to wait. So it's very, very competitive at the moment. And so as long as you're living in New South Wales for 6 months, so you are eligible for 119 New South Wales. So fingers crossed, we just have to wait. And then yeah, so but we can just make an educated guess from the previous round, but this doesn't give any concrete answer what's in stock for us in the future. So just wait and watch. So we just move to the, so Varangas asks another, I'm a head chef, have experience more than 2 years in Greater Adelaide. How's my possibility for 190 invitation with 70 points through graduate stream? How have submitted 190 ROI 2 months ago, but still haven't. Look, Varenga, every single state's got a very limited seats. Because like if you talk about the last few years, financial years, usually Adelaide or South Australia is very reliable. Like if you meet their nomination requirements, so they usually invite you. So your profile as a chef is very strong because you've been in Greater Adelaide for 2 years. So you just have to wait because like with this year, then the numbers are very low, unfortunately. So still, like you are eligible for nomination, you applied, and just have to wait. And, like who knows? Like you may get an invite very soon. Cause yeah, so like no one can give you a concrete answer. So as you already applied, so we just the time will tell. So cause as you are eligible, you applied. So like so they cut down the students as well. They want 30 hours a week. So like anyone who's on a student visa, so like so if you applied and you're working for more than 2 years, so that means like you maybe you are on a some sort of work visa of maybe 485 or 408. So if you're eligible, yeah, good chance, but we just have to wait. So moving on to the next question, Tanzim Khan, I need one more semester to complete my course. Student visa expires in August 2024. Since they're making it harder to get student visa from that, should I still wait till June? Look, Tanzim, they're making it hard for the student hopping or like visa hopping. So like you complete student and you go on 485 and then you hop back to student. That's what they're trying to restrict. So if you already on a student visa and trying to do a genuine study and like trying to complete a course, and for some reason, for some delay, maybe COVID or like maybe you miss a subject or you deferred your COE, so that doesn't mean like you're not a genuine student. So 485 to student visa they restrict, or like if you keep applying for the similar courses like you graduate diploma and you keep doing those courses, that's what the department is saying, they'll make it hard. But like if you're doing a course and like you just need another student visa or student visa extension as we call, so you like you can obviously like tell them like you completed that course, a substantial part of the course is already covered, and you just need another student visa to complete the course. So like I think should not be a problem. But yeah, so uh, or June or oh, so you're saying genuine student tests. So not sure, like when they bring in the genuine student test. But even if they ask for the genuine student test, like it'll be better for you because you can tell them that you already completed a part of or substantial part of the course, or like maybe say 4 semester, depending on if you're doing masters, or like if bachelor's, maybe you completed 4 semesters and pending with 2 semesters or 1 semester is pending. So you can always tell them. So like even if they bring in GST or genuine student test, your case you can like always justify your case. So you shouldn't worry about the GT statement or the GST because you're already completing or completed a major part of the course. So hopefully should be fine for you. So Tanya Danushenge is saying, how does it work with the student visa holders who already use them? Will they get any visa for work? Look, current scenario for the work visa, Tanya, is for 482, you need 2 years of full-time experience or equivalent. So if when we say full time, like in Australia is 38 hours per week, so 2 years means 52 weeks is 1 year and 104 weeks is 2 years. So if you believe you completed you have 2 years of experience, so definitely like someone's already used or on their 485 visa, so you can apply for 482 visa. And then like, as I said earlier at the introduction, so they are bringing new visa stream, the essential, the core, and the specialized skills. So sometime like mid to late next year. So we have to wait for the next visa. Like currently as it stands, 482, 2 years full-time experience. And if you're going for 186, which is the direct PR, so two streams, like either you on 482 or 457 for like 2 years, which was changed on 25th of November. From 3 years they brought it back to like they changed it to 2 years. And for the direct entry you still need 3 years, and for the direct entry it has to be on MLTSSL. So Definitely you can apply visa to work, but you need to meet the requirements for that visa. So yeah. uh, so as the changes they bring, they also said one thing, they'll make the PR streamlined as well, and they make the PR pathway easier. So I believe, like, anyone who is on student visa or 485, they should utilize that time for their PR pathway, from because from 485 the visa hopping, they like, as it sounds, they may make it, like, really tough. So we have to wait and see, like, what they bring for us. But definitely, like, if someone's working in their own occupation, like, the skilled occupation, like, when I say skilled occupation, like, the skill assessment a person holds, that defines their skills. So, like, if you're working in your skill as per the skill assessment, that definitely helps. So that's what the priority is, like, because they see, like, people study something, they get the skill assessment, but most of them change their pathway and they're not working in that skill. So, like, that's what they're trying to do, like, by bringing in these changes, and stop the visa hopping. That's what they're trying to do. Varanga, I'm a head chef. I've experienced more than 2 years in Greater. How my possibility for with 70 through graduate stream have submitted ROI but still have no response. Look, Varanga, as I discussed, so they if you already applied, they know your application is there. So, like, it's already under consideration. If they see your profile is strong enough for you, like, to receive an invite, definitely you will receive an invite. But it's like, there is no way we can tell, like, when you're gonna get the invite. So we just, because you already applied and application is under consideration, so, like, hopefully you get the invite. uh, so Tanya is asking, I'm a nursing graduate, so already completed studies on S2, currently have the APRA registration, but my 4, is there any way for me to work? uh, Look, Tanya, if I'm not sure what sort of visa you currently hold. Like, can be a COVID visa, the 408, or maybe you on a student visa. But, like, if you completed APRA, you get a skill assessment from NMAC as well, and then you, like, apply for your expression of interest, and wait for the invitation, and then definitely you can apply for the skilled migration. But for you to go to work visa, you need 2 years experience, or, like, there is a labor agreement thing as well, which is was announced for the personal care assistant and, of course, nursing graduates, like, but those people, though, the employer needs to have a labor agreement for them to sponsor you. So, and they aren't many employers who hold those labor agreements. So that'll be the way to go. But, like, if you already hold a APRA, you get the skill assessment done from NMAC, and then you apply for the standard skilled migration, like, 189, 190, or 491. So that'll be the way to go for you. Just What's the credit points for pursuing 2 years masters in Victoria? Abdul's asking. So I'm not sure what the question. Credit points is, like, if you're asking for the Australian study requirement, like, if you study a CRICOS registered course, which is a 92 weeks registered CRICOS course, and you take at least 16 months to complete the course. So that's what they define as a Australian study requirement, and then you will eligible to get the 485 visa. And, like, if you study that course, you get 5 points for the skilled migration as well. And if you do that course while living in regional and studying that course from a regional institute, you get additional 5 points for the regional. But you need to provide the evidence of your stay or residence in regional, and of course your, like, that your institute is in regional. So then you get extra 5 points for the regional study. So I hope this answers the question. So Ali Mughal is asking, I'm a marketing specialist offshore, single applicant with proficient 7 each English. My occupations only available ACT Victoria and New South Wales for 189 points are 85 and 95 for 491. Look, we got marketing specialist invite for Victoria on 80 85 points this year. So last year we got heaps for, like, last year was amazing for everyone for skilled migration. So Uh, so sometimes they prefer applicants from offshore. So if you're happy with 491, you can apply 491 as well. But yeah, we did get an invite offshore 85. So for Victoria, so that proves because if you're sitting offshore, you're not getting any points for the Australian study, and that means you got more experience. So that's the catch. So they and this year the Victorian permutation combination thing for the invitation is they check four things: your English, so better the English, superior, proficient, or competent. You get better chances. For onshore candidates, they check the salary, higher the salary at level 1, 2, 3, you got better chances, and they definitely prefer skilled partner applicants. So we got heaps of invite with low score as well, who had skilled partners. So that's another thing, and of course higher the points the better are the chances. So somehow they manipulate these things and then they invite people. So but onshore they check the salary definitely, and for offshore because if you're sitting at 85, that means you got good experience. So yeah, definitely Victoria got a good chance. ACT, I'm a little bit skeptical, but yeah, so Victoria and New South Wales, so we only when they do the next round, we'll get to know, and it'll be easier for us to make a guess or educated guess. So yeah, so if we just so you apply for every single state where you're eligible, and then you wait for the or you expect the best. So yeah. So Ali is asking, I apply in Victoria for only 190, only one ROI is accepted. Yes. So Ali, yes, you are right. So even even if you got multiple skills assessment, you Victoria only allows you to choose one, and they only allow you to choose either 190 or 491. So it's maybe you call it a guesswork. So if you're waiting for the 190 and you're losing the 491 as well, or you're applying for 491, in that case you're leaving your 190. But we just have to, because with the social media you can check all the details of the invitation rounds as well, and we publish on our Aussizz page as well, the latest invitation rounds, so you can make a guesswork, or from that you can drive your conclusions. So you can do all your compiling work and then decide accordingly. So yeah, but Victoria only allows you to choose one, either 190 or 491. So just moving on to the next one. Rafti Imam is asking, I have 3.5 years of experience, 100 points, external auditor. How much do I have a chance? Again, chance. Look, with the last invitation round, we got, or if we talk the previous year, we got invitations for 189 at 65 as well. So with 100 points, you definitely have a brilliant chance. So last year was brilliant for external auditors, but on 25th of May round, they didn't invite, they only invited a health sectors. So and it's been and on 8th of December they pretty much invited everyone. Massive round in the history for Australia for skilled migration, 35,000 invitations. So 100 points, 3.5 years, you got most of the things take. So roughly you definitely have a great chance, but when they do a round, only then we get to know the chance. So if you get the chance, you say 100%. So but yeah, so but last year was even 65 we got invitation. So yeah, fingers crossed. I wish, because it's a very strong profile, so you should get an invite. Personally, if I was the one giving invitation, so I would select you. Tanzim Khan again asking, had one question. I'll graduate with a bachelor in engineering with software engineering major for the skill assessment. For is it wise to go with engineering Australia since my degree is accredited, or I have to go through bachelor in engineering? So you done bachelor's from offshore, is it? So yeah, so definitely you if is it wise to go with engineering Australia since my degree is accredited? So yeah, so definitely you can go with engineering Australia if it's accredited. So we don't have to go through the CDR pathway. Uh, or otherwise, if you done major in software engineering, so you can go to Australian Computer Society as well, but you need to do either 1 year of a post year or professional year program post your qualification, or 1 year of experience, depending upon which skill assessment you want. So if it's a software engineer, so you work as a software engineer and you get the skill assessment, so 20 hours per week for 52 weeks. So you can go with the ACS. But if it's an accredited course with the Engineering Australia, so you don't have to go with the through the CDR pathway. So yeah, so and you get if you do professional year program, you get 5 points, and if you work, you get 5 points as well for the skill assessment. So Mayank Sharma is asking offshore engineering with 75 points, engineering manager in 189 and 80 points, so stand a chance yet to apply for skill assessment, 41 years. Look, Mayank, you losing a major chunk of your points because you cross 40. So for your age, so you're on the wrong side of the age. So you get only 15 points for the age. So from 25 to 33 is 30 points. From 33 to 40 is 25, and then 40 onwards you get only 15 points. And with all other things, look, it's a very very good you are a senior person, so engineering manager, so still 75 points, considering you only get 15 points for the age, so you got a heaps of experience. And if we talk about the states or even for federal 189, they definitely see that experience bit, and they definitely consider people or prefer people who have better experience. So definitely you should apply, and good chance. So just go through the list of questions again. So again, there's a lot of speculation going around, what we can expect in the future. So yeah, so if anyone wishes to, they can go on the Department of Home Affairs website and check, search for the or Google just migration strategy, and you'll find the document or few documents where it explains all what they announce on Monday, 11th of December. So regarding student visa, and they said one thing good as well, they'll streamline the permanent residency thing. So they'll make it easier. So I believe the catch would be if someone's working in their own skilled occupation, that definitely helps everyone. So yeah, so we again, that's a heavy week. We're getting heaps of calls, with these changes this week. So and the department will streamline the work visa as well, and the skilled migration thing as well. So if someone's working in their own occupation, so that'll definitely improve their chances to get the permanent residency in the future. So but yeah, so if you guys have any questions, the if we talk about the skilled migration, so the catch is, or the foundation step is the skill assessment. So you can't even apply for the expression of interest. And another thing is, if we talk last year 8th of December, no one expected that big round of 35,000, and they invited pretty much all the chefs, and even the motor mechanics. If you talk about that rate. So definitely, if someone's eligible, definitely you should lodge an EOI, and do all the state formalities as well for the application process, as everyone or any wise person would say, you have to be in it to win it. So you need to apply to get invited. So even I had my own clients who were chefs, and they didn't expect, but they all got invited for 189. And there were some unfortunate incidences as well. They had their skills assessment or the English score expired, and they had to lose that invitation. So guys, if you, any of you, they think they are eligible for to get any sort of skills assessment, and if you believe, or or you need a consultation, so you do check with your migration agents who's handling the things. Or you always more than welcome to visit any of our branches, or call us on our numbers, and we are more than happy to to help you with the skills assessment, and later on, your expression of interest, and the other PR application process. So yeah, so do consult your respective migration agent. But it's always good to have a consultation, because sometimes you think you don't have a chance, but after the consultation we see so we can make a strong application out of that profile. So yeah, so and for the even for the work visas, you for 482 you need 2 years full time. So full time means 38 hours per week. If anyone's doing part time, so you take half, you consider 2 weeks at 1 week, and so for 482 minimum 2 years. And then yeah, for the trade occupations who are mentioned on their Pacific website, you would need a skills assessment, but you can always check with the registered migration agent. So Himmat Singh is asking, electronic engineer, any chance NSW 75 points, 85, 75 points for 190 and 85 points for 491. Look, Himmat, you have to apply and wait, because this year has been very, very, very competitive. Last year just alone, because I'm based in Victoria, so Victoria alone had 11,000 odd seats, and for the 190, and 3,000 odd seats for the 491. Now if we talk for this year, for the financial year 2023-2024, the total seats for the whole of the Australia, I'm saying state allocated quota, it's only 10,000. So it's a drastic drop. So but if you eligible and you're living in New South Wales for over 6 months, what do you lose? You just apply and wait for your turn. So definitely you should apply. So you never know, sometimes the agitated or the guesswork fails as well. So you just get in the line and wait for your things. D is asking, or DJ, offshore candidate applied for visa 491 Victoria, 85 points network, computer network system engineer. What are my chances? I have no partner. Look, with offshore, because they're not looking at your salary. So and so 85 points means you got a good English and you got a good experience as well. So that means you got a strong profile. So sometimes even a lower score gets picked from the offshore, and you applied for 490 but 491. So yeah, so your profile is strong for 491. But having said that, the seats are very, very limited this year. So look, we very hard to predict. But you have to wait. You already applied, you wait for your turn, and fingers crossed, and you get the good result, so you get an invitation. So but with the chances, very if I say something with the chances, it'll be a pure lie, because we don't know. So uh, like you know uh, who gets picked, who doesn't get picked. But we always publish our invitation rounds, so you can make a guesswork. You can follow our page on Facebook, and you stay updated with the results. So we publish all the offshore and onshore invitation rounds, and we try and put the maximum detailed information with the partner, with the salary for the onshore applicants, and the English score, and the obviously the occupation. So you can see what were the results. So we publish the results for all our branches. So but the last round we get a lot of invitations for 491 for accountants and chef, and majorly ICT. So I remember we got one invite for ICT security specialist just on the 75 points. So but onshore. So but he was earning 134. So that gives you a clue. Even if the point score is low, you still uh, get chance of invitation for the onshore. But with the offshore, so you just check for our detailed information on our website, or on the Facebook page, with the previous invitation round. So they'll give you a very, very strong hint, for your chances. But still, we just can draw a speculation from the previous invitation round. So it just gives us a hint, what we can expect in the future. Doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. So yeah, as it's already a very hectic and long week. Like, we just bombarded with the questions. So we'll just try and wrap up here for the today's Ask Aussizz quiz, or the live session. So hopefully, you get answered your questions. But feel free to call us anytime, if or visit any of our branch if you got any questions. So we'll be more than happy, and we most of our branches don't charge anything for the consultation. So if you have any questions regarding your skill assessment, or for your 485 student visa, family migration, parent visa, partner visa, student dependent, skilled migration, employer sponsored visa. So any of the visas, or you can always discuss with us. So I'm always available at the Aussizz Cranbourne branch. So it's in Victoria or Melbourne's southeastern suburb. So I wish you all the very best. To all you guys, you get your uh, things sorted for your PR and or your visa things sorted, in the future, and don't need to panic. You just wait for the uh, uh, law to be implemented, and yeah. So once we have a concrete information, then so let's not speculate about anything. So wish you all the very best to all of you, and it's a good evening from all of our Aussie staff. Thank you. Good night.